Hero are releasing their first digital drop on the 31st of March. So in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of the information that we got in the recent AMA. I'm going to go over a little bit about the drop, what we know so far, and what we should be paying attention to as this is coming up. So let's get started. Welcome in everyone, my name is Andy and I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to come and watch this video on the channel. Just before we get going, if you are enjoying the content and you want to support me further, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button, and if you want to support me further than that, you can join the membership. I've talked about Hero once, and I know there's a few other content creators within the sort of VV space that have discussed it as well. I want to make this very clear. People that I've spoken to who have created some content haven't been paid, and neither have I, to talk about Hero. We enjoy what it is, we enjoy the experience of opening the packs, and that's why we got into it. Not because they wanted to take customer bases away from what Vive was. I still love Vive, I want to talk, and I'm still involved in a lot of other projects other than Vive. So just because someone is enjoying other projects doesn't mean that there's malicious intent when it comes to that. If I ever do get sponsored by a company like Hero and I work with them, I will tell you that explicitly, and you will know that that is the case, because if you are sponsored by someone, it is by law that you have to actually disclose that. Just wanted to make that clear from the get-go. That is the case, so people can sort of relax a little bit on that front. Hero has been extremely interesting for me. I wanted to see the bridge in the gap between physical and digital, and that's exactly what they're doing. Now I know there's other companies who have done it before and are continuing to do it, as well as companies alongside what Hero are doing and who they are working with, Colex, who are actually releasing CSGO cards within NFTs as well, which are actually incredibly successful. As in the AMA, they were saying on a good day they're making roughly around 25,000 in sales from that. So it is quite interesting to see that they are pretty popular already with what they're running on, and I'm guessing this is going to be the same once they continue to grow their user base and fan base surrounding DC. If you're unfamiliar with what Hero is, I will leave a link to the cards in the description where I talk about just the understanding of what the pre-orders are going to be and what's happening. But just as a quick rundown, Hero is partnered up with Warner Brothers and DC to release the first sort of mix of digital and physical cards that can be paired up, sold on layer 2, as well as collected as a set with, I believe, 155 cards if I'm not mistaken in this chapter 1. There's going to be 6 million supply, and there's already been a sellout in the US and close to a sellout in the UK so far with this pre-order, and it's really interesting to see them actually start to push forward with their business and what they're doing. I've ordered quite a few and I'm going to be definitely opening them on YouTube here, but they're also going to be doing digital drops as well, which I found extremely interesting, and that's what we're mainly going to be focusing on today. Digital drop is going to be happening on the 31st of March, and there's going to be 10,600 cases or packs or whatever you'd like to say that are going to be available. They're going to cost $50 each, and there's going to be a whitelist and then a public sale. Now we're going to get more information today on what's going to be happening with the whitelist, how you get onto that, and the sort of criteria. I'm not 100% sure what it will be. I don't know which route they'll go, if they'll just do a raffle of some sorts, but that is a possibility, and you do have a chance to get a whitelist before the public sale happens. Each pack is going to have 3 cards in the pack, and there is a total of 30 cards in the set, and there's going to be a total of 31,800 total cards that will be available throughout the whole of the supply. Now to me, this was maybe a little bit more expensive than I'd hoped it would be for the first drop, purely because I know you're going to have to pay $500 to get all of them, and that was if you were to get no duplicates whatsoever throughout the whole thing. But I do understand profitability and what they're sort of aiming for with their company, probably gauging the price range and see how people feel about that first to see what will work best for them, going off history of maybe other things they've sold in the past to see how it plays out. So I do understand maybe the route they're going for, and because this is also on the collection side of things where it's completing sets, it does still make sense too. So it will be interesting to see how many of these do sell, if they do sell out extremely fast, and how the community actually reacts to these purchases when they do happen. These will most likely also be available to be sold on IMX if I'm not mistaken. I'm not actually 100% sure, but I presume it will just be the case that you will be able to sell these so that you can actually complete your full set if that's something you're going for. And they have said that if you do complete the set, there are rewards, and this collection is based around the new Batman movie, which kind of understandable, and that is what you're going to be getting. The reward, they said, is based around movie posters from the movie. One is Batman and one is the Riddler. Not sure if that's in relation to the premium ones you're going to be getting in the 8 packs, or if this is just a new one that they've created for the reward of completing this first ever digital set. I've mentioned that this is going to be sort of looking back at the history of Batman, so again, I'm not 100% sure exactly what that means. We're going to have all Batman from each generation in this set and a few of the villains as well, but it will be really, really cool to see. We've not actually got any pictures yet or designs of this drop, as I can't seem to find anything where this is the case, but I will keep you updated when we actually do get those images or when we get more information what is actually going on. There was a lot of you asking questions before about where it's being released and what's actually happening with it. Now, as of right now, it is only available in the US and the UK, but I believe the US is completely sold out. The UK is pretty close to selling out if I'm not mistaken, and it's not yet available in Brazil or India, which is the two other places that are going to be, but both will be available on Amazon for those. If you do really want them, you can buy them on eBay because I have seen them being sold there, and I'm guessing we're probably going to have to wait for more information in regards to when they're expanding their services to other areas in the world. I'm hoping they do this sooner rather than later. I know there's a lot of people on Vive who are from different parts of the world, different parts of Europe, and have not actually been able to buy these, but I don't know if it's due to laws or legislation or contracts that are being held in these areas right now, but maybe it's just a tester to see how well these do in these countries, and then they're going to expand further. So it will just probably take some time for that to be the case, but again, I will give you updates on when that happens and if you're able to order it. I know some people in European countries have actually went through a service where you can sort of order through that service for them to get it delivered to places that it does deliver, and then for them to ship those out once they do get delivered to those areas. I know that will probably cost a little bit of a premium, but if you find someone who you know, or you find that sort of area where it's the case, then you might be able to get it for a friend to get you there, and then they can transfer it to you. There was something that I really liked when it came to the clarification on rarity types and sort of mint numbers when it came to it, because we know on Vive, as of right now anyway, the mint number doesn't actually correlate to the sort of metadata that we've been getting. So I don't actually think that on Vive they're minted at the same time as the mint number. However, on this, they have actually made it very clear that they wanted to be transparent about the mints. So every card has an A1 in the set because it could be extremely low mint and sought after by collectors. And what they've said is that those A1s are the ones that are printed first. And it obviously goes through every single edition type. So you're actually going to be able to know if it was printed first by having the lowest mint in that area. And that's where obviously collectors who want the sub 100, sub 1000, they're going to be able to distinguish that and genuinely know that this is the case. This was printed first, this was made first, and then you're going to be able to sort of solidify your set as something that's really sought after if you're aiming for those targets and completing the sets. Within this as well, each card obviously attributes to the leaderboard hero offers right now, and the lower the mint, the more points that you're going to get. Again, solidifying it that these are more important. The more rare something is, the lower mint number it is, the more points you're going to get, therefore climbing up the leaderboards and what they are. But some of you may be confused right now. Leaderboards, I've not seen those yet. I've not talked about that. I understand we've only talked about and covered one video so far on it, but I will show you on the screen right now what I'm sort of talking about in regards to just the app itself. Now, the app is really, really well done. I will give them that. App on the phone is extremely smooth. The app on the web app is extremely smooth as well. Everything seems to be extremely well done. And you can actually follow me, Andrew Ellis. Just search that up on the Hero app. You'll be able to follow me there if you would like. Now, we can see here the homepage and everything that's going on. And right now, if we go over to the collection, we can see all of the collection. It just looks beautiful. Obviously, as I said, with the digital exclusive, we can't see that yet. It's not there. The limited edition ones we can see here and what they're going to be. And then obviously in chapter 1, we have all of these as well. I actually happen to have one of them thanks to Scabby, who was able to send me one Batman. And this is the card that I've got so far. It's so nice. Look how well this is done as well. It just really, really looks good. It looks so smooth. It shows you your score here with what you're going to get for each card. So if we actually do go over to the leaderboards, we can see that Scabby is at the top with 150 items, which is insane. And I believe I'm down at like 799th on the leaderboard. I'm 799th so far. We have some things when it comes to quests and whatnot. So this is where we're going to see everything here. We're going to see the digital exclusive. You can add money. Right now it's just fiat that you can add. You can't add anything else. You can obviously buy the packs. You can do your daily rewards and all that sort of stuff. So it is really, really well done. Please let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do more videos on just going over the app itself, what you can do, what to pay attention to. And I will make videos of when like the whitelist comes around, what will happen with the public, how to actually get involved, how you're going to be able to maybe get your better chances of getting it. Because like Vive, I'm guessing there's going to be some things that you can do to maybe increase your chances or just to better your chances for this. Maybe in the future, once the packs are actually released, the higher you are in the leaderboard, maybe whitelist can get it. We don't actually know yet. There's still a lot of new information coming out in this space, but I do want to thank Hero for everything they're doing so far. Seems like a lot of the questions are being answered. A lot of the community have got a lot of questions, obviously, because this is just so new. They want to find out a little bit more about it. So it really is great to see that they're pushing forward with what they're wanting and actually showing and allowing us to be a part of this journey. I can see already that the design of the cards is beautiful. They've worked on this for the past 2+ years, and have more than 6 chapters coming. Some of you were quite upset about the 6 million supply and thought that was quite high, but remember there's going to be no reprint. It's the only batch that's going to happen with that. I do understand that 6 million may be a little bit too high for the beginning of a company just starting out, but they have the data more than us. They know what sells, they know what doesn't, they know sort of what range to look at. So I'm guessing they weren't stupid with this and just went something that was way above their pay grade. They're with Warner Brothers and DC. They're working with other companies who have already released NFT cards, so they sort of know the supply and demand of this stuff. It's probably in their best interest to make it a little bit more expansive so that more people can get involved with this. And now that it's actually going to be unimmutable as well, there's more people who are maybe willing to spend some ETH actually getting some of these packs in the digital version. So there's a lot to cover with it, but I'm really excited to just get my cards, to open the packs on here, relate them to the NFT versions, and sort of give some away to all of you who are supporting this channel and have supported this channel. I know it might not be much to the start, but you know, if we can give away to get some more people involved in this space and excited about these drops that are happening, then that's always the fun of it. That's what VV has allowed me to do for a lot of people, and I hope I can do it for a lot of other projects too. Love to hear your thoughts about the drops that are coming with Hero in the next week. Is it something you're going to go for? Do you think it's a little bit overpriced, or are you still a little bit hesitant because they're so new, just in the region of social media and expressing what they are? Be sure to let me know down below. I know the video on the screen right now will be something you'll love to watch. Have a fantastic day.